whole joint on YouTube. Then fucking Low wasn't even paying attention to the group chat. He sent a joint and then the whole joint out on Audio Max. So he put it basically for people who not familiar. Meek Mills has put this mixtape out literally on every platform that is free. So so they can't take it down because he's not getting paid for it.
Right.
So every joint, like literally, it's up for free. You know, you can still put freestyles up on YouTube, especially because it's fucking Meek Mill. So they're not even going to demonetize his shit or nothing. He just gonna rock out.
So you can't put it on like Spotify.
Nah.
So what else is free?
Audio Mac,
iCloud?
SoundCloud,
I mean, that's what I mean.
SoundCloud, YouTube, Audio Mac, Dat Piff. It's on Dat Piff too. And my mixtapes.
Yeah, I don't got
so
shit.
no, but you don't need, but you don't need none. You can literally just go on Google, put in Dat Piff, and it's just, of course, it's not gonna be like, because I did that with the last Wayne Jones. What Wayne Jones was that he put out on fucking? He was blacking out on that fucking mixtape too. I want to say was it the Drought 5? It might have been. I don't know. Whatever Wayne last mixtape Jones that he put out, and he had his kids on some of the songs with him. But you can, I mean, it only that Piff just it's not like, I mean, unless if you like me and you don't got no space on your phone, of course you're not gonna download the app, but you can still leave it open on the Google, on Google.
Right.
So the same way, basically, like if the way you would have to listen to it on YouTube, just go on YouTube and just listen to it. He got it on his YouTube. He got it like listed like in format.
How many songs is it? Oh, you know?
I can tell you. Let me open this other joint, and I can give me 1 second. I can tell you exactly how many it is. I want to say it's like hold on. Shit. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
God damn.
And he's not, I mean, the jumps that I heard, he was blocking out on that jump. Like he did a jump for Takeoff on the Big Stunners jump from off of the Quavo and fucking Takeoff album. He freestyled on that jump. He went, oh my god.
It's the old Meek. He back.
Nah, he back.
He back. And I can't wait. Okay, I can't wait till next week after I hear it.
Like, I'm telling you, he back. I listened to the songs that I already heard. He is back.
But no, you be downplaying my nigga all the time. So, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this conversation and what I really got to say. I listen to, and we can talk about it next week.
No, for sure. I guess realistically, my only beef with him would be.
Oh my god.
My only beef is just like.
Stop hating on my nigga.
No, because it's just like I'm not. I can't say it because I guess you never can outgrow. I mean, because I think we talked about this shit before, like the gun bars. Like I don't necessarily know you can outgrow them because you're still a man. I think just men is your general nature, even if it comes to protecting. Even if you're just talking to a fuck, it could be a square. I ain't even gonna say a square. It could be just like a country motherfucker from South Carolina somewhere. If you ask him if somebody did something to his wife,
what are you gonna do?
It will sound like a rap song. If you put it on beat, it's gonna sound like a rap song. So right. That's why I can't never sit here. I can't be mad at a nigga for using gun bars on certain jokes because you still are a man. You still have to be like quote unquote, if that's the word women love to use, a protector and a provider. So realistically, I don't necessarily know. That's why I kind of had to walk that back because I don't know if you can necessarily ever outgrow gun bars. I don't know if you can because you still are a man. And okay, I'm not fucking Mike Tyson, so I ain't about to get up in this motherfucker and square up with niggas and fucking try to box a nigga the fuck down. So what else you gonna do?
I get it.
But he was definitely talking that shit on there. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He was talking that shit. And it's just so funny because he did like, and it's a clip. I'm gonna find the jump where, matter of fact, I'm gonna look for it now. I'm gonna play the jump. It's a police officer and they was talking about switches, how them shits is not like, you putting them on there basically for show. It is not, and it's so fun. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna get this clip off of Twitter. But the crazy thing is, it's a rapper from Philly. He just did an interview with Say Cheese. Damn, what's his name? I do want to give him his credit. I literally just watched this. What's this young nigga name? It's Ralphie SOS. Basically, his name with the shits or some shit. Ralphie with the shits. And he literally got fucking. He was at Philly and on the corner, like at a corner store. So I don't know if Philly call that shit bodegas or they just call them corner stores. He was sitting in front of the jump and a nigga pulled up. He was literally on the corner of the jump. Nigga pulled up, hopped out on the car on the nigga. And nigga fucking literally hit him in his leg. And you can see the jump literally jam on camera. And that's the only reason why the nigga got away. But then literally, so I'm about to find this jump on Twitter. And it was a police officer, and they was basically sitting here saying like people putting them on you putting this shit on your guns is fucking just for show. It's dumb because the shit's meant to not shoot right when you put it on there. Like he showed the difference between. So let me get this clip. And he showed the difference on how the shit just don't work. And you can see it like clear as day. Like
but people be so pressed to use those.
But that's because it's niggas. And that's
just
that
nigga shit.
That's exactly.
That's
so it's literally just that
nigga
shit.
That's how you know those people who really don't be knowing about guns for real either. Because if you knew about that shit, then you wouldn't even use it.
Yeah, and then when he showed it, he literally. I'm about to play this motherfucker, and he showed exactly like why not to like watch the difference on how the jump shoot. He said because that shit ain't even it's not even sold by Glock. It's like it's literally like some street made shit.
That jam up.
Yep.
That motherfucker.
Well, for that nigga in Philly, that was a motherfucking lifesaver for his ass.
It definitely was.
And the crazy thing, the jump in that video, that shit literally jammed up on him fucking on the nigga 2 different times. When he first hopped out the car on the nigga, and then when the nigga like tried to chase him into a store.
Right.
And it jammed up again. It jammed up again, and that's how the nigga right. When he said it's so fucked up because the people who was and it was Dr. Oz. He was saying when they was running for what was Dr. Oz running for, like mayor or governor of fucking Pennsylvania or some shit? They was using that shit in their fucking like when they do their ads and shit. And they was using it in the joint. He was just like, I had to literally see this shit every day. Like it don't matter. Like these motherfuckers is spending millions of dollars running their campaign ads, talking shit to each other, and they're using my clip as a fucking I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
And he got lucky. He literally only here you go right here.
Switch on a Glock is so dangerous. It increases the rate of fire to a point where it's pretty much impossible to control a handgun with rounds coming out at 1100 per second. Wildly inaccurate. Wildly inaccurate. All right. So, Bob, that's how that gun was meant to operate. It is, 1 round at a time.
Despite being called Glock switches, these devices are not manufactured by Glock.
It's no mystery that on the internet you could buy almost anything, legal or not.
It took us just seconds to find a place to not only purchase a switch, but to download one that can be 3D printed for free.
This is something that really didn't exist.
Tell me why a switch on a Glock is so dangerous. It increases the rate of fire to...
Yeah, so that's just just pure dumb nigga shit. So for hopefully people who listen to this, I hope y'all ain't on that type of dumbass time. But if you are, just don't even waste your money.
Don't even waste your money. Yeah,
like
it's a waste of time.
You literally just wasting your money because you heard a rapper say it in a song.
Exactly.
And then they kind of proving to you right now that they ain't on shit because if you was, you wouldn't even put that stupid shit on there. But anyway, just I apologize to all the women for even starting the fucking show off this like that. I feel like that was just wild aggressive.
You just turned the
mic
on while we was having a personal. It was a personal, but a conversation.
Yeah,
but it is.
And I definitely just jumped the gun with that one. But real quick, because you sent the joint on. You sent me a joint on Instagram, and it says men date to find love, and most women date to find help.
You believe that's true?
Hell yeah.
No, it's not. Every woman doesn't. Most men out here do not date to find love.
What age are we talking about?
I don't know, but I'm just saying. Even if some people in their 30s, like they not. I feel like men, they just and I don't know. I'm gonna say 30 and up.
Do you feel like men who had sex with a lot of women are dating to find their love, or you think they still dating for sport?
They just dating for sport. They are not. Why are you still with all these different women?
That's what I'm saying. So after that's what I'm saying. So after a while, I'm not dating for just to get pussy anymore. Like that.
You got some people who do though. There's a lot of men out here who do. They always trying to play both sides, like 2 sides, 2 different women. This, that, and that. Like, no.
Okay, so do you think niggas try to play both sides, or do you think both men can't give them enough attention? And I'm gonna play this clip, and this is the clip that I was supposed to start with before we even got to fucking start talking, because I thought this shit was absolutely fucking just dumb. And this is why I really hate like all the them people that y'all like on social media to be talking. I really dislike these niggas bad.
Single mothers, I need you to be careful, because oftentimes guys with wrong intentions seek you out because they know you're too busy to notice their inadequacies. How can you command more of his time when you got a child that's demanding most of yours? Single mothers are oftentimes more understanding of a busy lifestyle than a single woman would. And he uses that to his advantage. I'm saying there's nothing wrong with the way you move, single mothers. I think you should put your child first. I'm saying, though, even though that's what you should do, bad men or men with wrong intentions will prey on that and use your strengths as a weakness. There are men that have no intentions on wifing a single mother, but they will fuck her. They will play with her heart. For them, it's more convenient. They're like, she can't demand my time on a random Tuesday. So now that I got her on my team, I can now find other people to fit those roles. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. Single mothers, I need you.
All right, so real quick.
Exactly who that is.
No, real quick. Just one. And the funny thing about it is, a female friend of mine sent me that shit, and I was just like, one, I asked her, would you fuck him?
No.
Okay, cool. So how do y'all take his advice? Let's because the same way I gave my skinny man props last week, let's nip this shit in the bud. None of y'all will fuck him. Why do y'all fucking listen to this stupid nigga? And the reason why I say this nigga's dumb,
he be having good takes though.
man, any what the fuck they say? The clock could be right twice a fucking day. And the motherfucker could be absolutely broken. The clock still gonna be right twice a day. So listen to what I'm saying. Dog, when you say shit like that pandering dumbass shit, because you guess what you telling me is, so only women that are busy are women with kids. What if I told you a bitch who fucking do hair all fucking day long? Her schedule busier than a fucking woman with a fucking kid.
Right.
Cause she gotta work every major holiday, everything. And ain't no like your kid.
Ain't no off days.
It's not. And realistically, the time we talking about. So that's why when he's saying that, I'm just like, I get it, but then it's just, nigga, it's a lot of bad single mothers out here too.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like, even saying that you don't have I feel like anybody goal driven. Like, let's just say it's a lot of women who just still got a full-time career, a single mother, and you still just going back to school for shits and giggles. Mm-hmm. She might not have no fucking time, or somebody who really into just on some workout shit. Like I feel if you got any type of goals, I feel like especially for any adult who got to work a regular job and you still got other dreams and aspirations. What that shit he just said, that shit could fit anybody.
It really can.
So to sit here and say, oh, just only single mothers, but guess what? That wording, guess what? It's a bunch of single mothers. Oh yeah, these toxic niggas, like, man, y'all bitches be looking for anything to have an amen about. And that shit ain't even amenable. That shit is just like, bro, what fucking grown ass person with bills and because most of the people who listening to my voice right now, you hate your job. So guess what you're doing? You're thinking of something else that you're trying to figure out a play what you can do so you can get rid of this fucking job.
Right.
So if that's even having a part-time hustle or getting another job or getting adding another degree so you can get the fuck out of that job or fucking add another skill, it'd be so much other shit that people have going on, especially when you're in your 30s and over. Even shit for some of these younger motherfuckers now, they nipping that fucking working themselves to death in the fucking ground early.
Right.
So they finding different trades and learning from their older cousins or other motherfuckers' mistakes where they trying to figure that shit out like immediately. So it's just like, who really got a bunch of free time to really be hounded?
I don't really have a bunch of free time for real in today's society.
Because you can
young without no job, or you just a person without no job.
So just imagine, I'm trying to picture, like, I don't even know no form of woman off the top of my head I could be like, damn, got literally all day to fucking text. All day long?
She must be off to that day.
Off that day and don't got no friends or nothing going on. So yeah, so that's
right.
So you absolutely. So the only time that shit would probably fit for just single mothers is on the weekend.
Yeah, it should. Don't let it be football season and they got sun.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So on single mothers during the weekend who you gotta do shit with your kids or you gotta keep your kids occupied. That's the only time you can really put that bug on single mothers. Because I just be like, bro, I don't know too many motherfuckers, period, men or women who just got a bunch of free time on their hand where they can literally just. That's why people miss the red flags. And I don't think that's just a single mom fucking agenda where it's just like only single moms miss the red flags so they gotta take care of their kids.
Yeah, that's not. I agree with you. I totally agree.
So again, that's why I be telling y'all, stop. Y'all really be pissing me off. Especially when I see bitches that I know in the fucking comment section. I be wanting to say, bitch, shut the fuck up. You just all over the place. That's why you fucking single, bitch. It's not because you got a kid and you're a single mother. No, because you're just a wild bitch and you don't know how to pick the right nigga. How about that? It ain't even toxic niggas. Y'all bitches be getting played by the weakest niggas of all time. I wish y'all fucking friends hold y'all accountable. That's what the fuck y'all need. 2023, get some better fucking friends. Oh my God. You know what's so fucking crazy? And I'm going to find the polite way to talk about it later. I told you that's why I don't fuck with them group ships. told you. And I was like, oh my God.
What the
just
what?
talked about group trips.
Oh, group trips. We did talk about group trips last week.
Yeah, and that shit happened to that young. Oh my fucking God, bro. This is why I don't fuck with a bunch of people. Period.
But back to the original topic. Yeah. So, why do you think? Because every woman not looking for help either. It's some women out here that's independent, got their own money, and can withhold their shit. So, that's why I feel like.
Okay, but do you think those women who kind of already got their shit together and really can hold their own, do you think they are as eager to date as women who may not? Because you can kind of tie those two. Like, I don't necessarily, like, I think sometimes women who are super, like, career driven and really got their shit in order, I don't necessarily know if they have as much free time to date either.
People find time to date. People really do find time.
So I hear you saying that, but then that goes to leave them, because if you got to make time for motherfuckers and you don't have time, then that means if that other person has time, you leaving a window for a lot of fucking free time for your other person. And that's when, like, if I'm into dating and you can't date all the time.
I feel like you had that conversation going in though, right? That's under your 21 questions, right?
For sure, but I do.
All right then. So you know right then and there if you want to choose to leave and stay, or leave or stay, right? Meaning if you stay, you know it's some possibility. But I feel like you can make time. If you're into someone, you're gonna make time to be with them, regardless of how busy you are.
Okay, yeah, so cool. So let's say if I got 1 day a week.
That's fine. 1 day a week.
But let's say if you might have 2 or 3 days, especially now for all the motherfuckers who get to telework.
I'm just saying. People make time for what it is that they want to make time. I just feel like that.
That's the worst saying that they ever made.
It's the truth. It is. So you mean, Mike? We already had this conversation before. If that's what you're saying, your 1 day, then okay, I got your 1 day. That's the 1 day.
But what about when you starting to crave? And the only reason why I'm telling you, because I ran into this problem trying to date women out of town. Because when you start to crave more and it ain't there on demand, now you're looking
because they out of town. Of course, I feel like long distance relationship, of course, is never gonna be. You ain't gonna never have enough time for that. How? It's out of town. You got that's when you off the weekend. That's the only time, and it's either gonna be every weekend or every other weekend. That's still making time.
But for the average person who may work crazy hours, I feel like that can be the same way. I feel like we can live in the same city, but if our work schedules is fucking crazy, it'll feel just like a long distance relationship.
It will, but at the same time, y'all have to come to some type of agreement to make time for each other. And you already know this, Mike. You're just trying to make excuses, but
I ain't making no excuses because I know.
But at the end of the day, like I say, if the shoe fits, then wear it. But it's men out here that's not looking for love right now, and there's women out here that can hold their own shit.
So you basically for that statement, that whole statement as a whole.
If the shoe fits it, then wear it. And of course, who wrote it? A fucking man. Of course, a man gonna say some shit like that.
Why? Because niggas may really be dating for love.
Okay, it's some. I'll give you a percentage. Give me a percentage. What out of 100? Give me your percentage that's looking for love. Right now.
75%.
I'm gonna say 65.
Bro, I know a lot of niggas who be like consistently dating the same women and they just don't never. They have brainwashed these motherfuckers, said never let it hit the social media. So you'll be surprised how many niggas really be in love with their bitches and be consistently with these.
With their bitches, meaning more than one.
No, I mean with their. I didn't mean.
Bitch.
Yeah, with their. Yeah. I didn't even mean to say bitch. Like, I need to relax on that word. And I be feeling like, I need to use it when it's properly turned the same way like when you use nigga at the proper turn. You can't just keep
You can't keep on.
Because it's not going to hit the same if you just keep saying it.
Okay.
So, yeah, I do feel like a lot of niggas be secretly in love with a lot. Like,
they just don't show.
I'm not even going to hold you. I be sick and I'm tired of y'all women putting me in y'all close friends and y'all showing y'all niggas off. Like, bro, please take me out.
There's no point in no. Don't show my close. Everybody who got me in their close friends, except for a few people that be showing weed and shit. Take me out to close friends. I done told them, take me out. You're not showing what other people showing in their fucking close friends. I don't need to be in.
No, and you know what's so fucking? It be
nudes in mine when I be seeing them niggas.
Yeah, see, that's niggas gonna always overdo it. Niggas
I be screaming records. I be like, did you know that? Oh, I would have never thought. My one friend be like, hell no, I can't even look at him the same when I see him out now. I said, me and nobody close friends. I don't have close friends, but I'd be like, damn. And it'd be some people I just be like, get me out this shit. Like, why did you put me in it? You want to show me some fucking drugs? I don't deal with that.
It be the fucked up thing about it. It be the women you actually want to see do some freaky shit, and they just meme you to death on a close friend.
What's the point? I feel like close friends is for nudes. There's no point. Like, if you ain't showing no nudes, don't have no close friends. Yeah. Or I hate people that be like, oh, on vacation. It's one couple that got me. It's one dude that got me in his close friends, and they be wilding out, him and his girl. He be showing. I be like, damn.
Okay, we want to talk about the VM. I just real quick. My only question for all these award shows, the Grammys, whatever. Y'all know I'm not coming here. I'm not telling y'all no album of the year. Now. I don't support white people shit, and I don't know why. Like rappers and singers, y'all get famous. The purpose of the game is to get rich and famous. Get rich so you can change your friends and family life. And then y'all niggas just always find a way to like, y'all need validation from everything. Y'all need validation from your fans. Y'all complain if your album sales low. You niggas complain about if you don't get this award. Like, my nigga, go to the BET Awards and fuck everything else. When y'all can literally stand on that shit, then that's when we like, I don't give a fuck.
But they don't even go to that.
That's my point.
Like the top people that you would
like, and that's the only reason why I'm gonna give Chris Brown, because I want to say I almost remember Chris Brown tweeting something around when the BET Awards was going on. And he said BET don't fuck with me neither. So I'm kind of gonna give Chris Brown, and that's the shit that blow me, because it's like motherfuckers picking. That's almost go back to that like protect black women and that domestic violence shit, bro. Take that shit on Trey Songz and leave that shit with him only. Like, y'all be hovering this shit over Chris, bro. Rihanna got a whole fucking kid now. Y'all trying to make Chris Brown pay for this shit.
This
like,
shit is at least 10 years old.
Bro, that shit is annoying at this point. Like, that's just fuck, because then it's just like
he done moved on, she done moved on. Like, what the fuck?
But no, listen to what I'm saying though. Because I think sometimes, and you can even see that shit when it came to like with Kyrie. Eventually, you're gonna push people, and you have to be careful when you like how far you push people, because you'll push men to a hole where they'll kind of completely be like, well, how do you do with Meg? Fuck that shit. We don't care about that shit or nothing. Or with the Deshaun Watson shit, because you push niggas into that corner. Because it's just like, it's like, damn, men don't never catch a break. So it's just like, fuck everybody. We don't believe none of that shit. We ain't standing with none of that shit. Because if a nigga see that shit, like most niggas probably don't care about the war, so people not paying attention to the Chris Brown shit. But it's kind of just to the point like, how long? Because I think I seen a jump where they were saying, and I'm gonna just say allegedly because I don't necessarily know the source that I seen, but they said the reason why they pulled Chris Brown from the jump because of, I guess, his domestic violence shit with Rihanna, and then Michael Jackson's alleged shit with the kids. So it's like, we don't want to abuse the we don't want to abuser paying tribute to a fucking pedophile. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nigga, Michael Jackson ain't never been to jail for none of that shit.
Exactly, and they all end up coming out and saying that they was lying eventually.
So that's but that's just my thing of
And they done already did like a tribute to him more than one time before, and Chris Brown has performed.
But that was at the BET Awards. This is the American Music Awards.
That shit is crazy. But that man is dead, and on top of that, like, what?
But again, that's my point of why I just like, bro, fuck them white people awards.
That's true.
Giving a fuck. Shout out to Nicki Minaj for not getting nominated for no Grammys. They had a hashtag. That hashtag was disrespectful. It was hashtag no Grammys for Granny.
Oh, yeah, that's disrespectful shit.
Hey Mo, what be fucking wrong with people on social media,
who the
bro?
fuck comes up with this shit? Like,
and that shit was trending.
For real?
They was dragging it. And Nicki ain't been on no social media platform since them nominees came out. But that's my point, where you can't take shit like that to the, like, bro, why do you let that shit upset you?
Matter? Yeah. And even with that fucking Chris Brown shit, did you see who he was going against?
No, Chris Brown won.
I know, but they was, like Kelly Rowland had to shush them because they was kind of like.
Oh yeah, they tried to boo him for winning.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kelly Rowland. Shout out to Kelly Rowland for being two things that she did this week to prove. One, for holding her dick on whoever the people at that fucking white people's awards, and for checking Peter Rosenberg on Hot 97 for asking her. And the crazy thing is, the question he asked her really wasn't fucked up, but I guess she was kind of tired of people
everybody always
comparing her to Beyonce. Because the question what he asked, and he kind of even put himself in the same category because he's on a show where the show is called Ebro in the Morning. So he is the second. This ain't like the Breakfast Club where their shit is called like it's a one like Destiny Child. No, this shit, he's on somebody else's morning show where their name is the name.
Right.
So he was speaking from you know what I'm saying? Like, he still finds ways to, like, he still do other shit besides just work at Hot 97. So he was asking her, like, man, Beyonce's, and don't get it twisted, Jay-Z take a backseat to Beyonce. So it's kind of like, I get what he's saying. It's not like it's a slight to her. Like, that's just a huge motherfucker to stand beside. Everybody kind of like, Solange is, that's Beyonce's sister. Her fucking parents, that's Beyonce's parents. Like, they not just, you ain't just, fucking whatever the fuck Matthew knows.
They always done that to Kelly, though. And I guess right now, she probably just tired of it. That shit been happening since they've been out, though. Since the Destiny Child.
And the fucked up thing, and I even seen people, she just went on the Breakfast Club, and but the difference is, and this is where I guess people are real friends off the microphone. That's Charlamagne real friend. Him and Michelle are real friends. So of course he know what questions not to ask her because she may feel, because you might, whatever y'all personal conversations is, you have off the mic, so you probably know I'm never gonna ask her no shit like that because I know that's a soft space for her.
But you already know what it is though too. I mean, I feel like some things you don't even have to ask because you already know the answer to. It's like, what's the point of you, like you say, if he asks Michelle that, you already know it anyway. So what's the point?
But my flip, what I would be like, but I couldn't necessarily sit here and say, if I got a chance to fucking interview Turk, you gonna ask him a Lil Wayne conversation, because at one point in time, like I can see right now, if Turk was sitting right here across from us, I would be like, how did you feel when Lil Wayne became the biggest star? Because at one point in time, Lil Wayne was probably the least most favorite nigga in the Hot Boys.
Right.
Like, that's a huge difference. That's a turning thing. Like, that shit was a complete 360. Nobody seen that shit coming.
Nobody didn't. I just feel like he was the youngest one at the time, right?
But him and Turk used to be young. Like, but still, at that time, just skill-wise, he wasn't at the skill levels, and you got to think about Wayne wasn't cussing in his raps neither. Right. And then them niggas was talking about some real live street shit. Right. And his shit he wasn't on none of that. So of course people was like, he was the kid in the group.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like now, I mean, when you get older, shit happens. Like,
but you think you would interview Turk and wouldn't ask him nothing about, or asking him, how you feel? You still fuck with Baby? Like, it's some conversations that, like, man, I probably wouldn't even ask him the Baby shit before I have to ask him the Wayne shit, because that was literally him and Wayne got so many stories. Like, they got burnt together by the same broad. Like, they got so many stories together. It's like, how could you not ask him? Nobody seen this coming clear as day. Like, Lil Wayne, like, motherfuckers probably had Manny Fresh ahead of Lil Wayne at one point in time. No, but they might have. Are we talking about when they was all still, when it was the Hot Boys, the Big Timers, all that? Lil Wayne was just like, he was just like Lil Wayne. Like, he had some cool little catchy shit here and there, and for him to become an icon, you gotta really just take 2 seconds. Just think about back in the day, like when someone like Big Timers had like Get Your Roll On and fucking all them other fucking Big Timers had some big ass songs at one time. Lil Wayne still didn't have a big song at that time. Right. It was literally just, okay, he got maybe the cool verse on the Hot Boys.
Mm-hmm. That was what it was.
So it's just like, yeah. But so shout out to Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland held her dick on fucking White America.
Yeah, she definitely did.
So I get shout. But again, that's my biggest, I guess, my thing just with entertainers. Like, bro, why do y'all give a fuck so much about them awards? Like, you still, like, that's the crazy thing to me. Like, you got millions of dollars and you still literally get upset about some awards. You literally can go look at your phone, look at your bank account, and you got M's.
Right. And you worried about some fucking award.
You know how many motherfuckers can't even pay their bills, ain't gonna really even be able to celebrate Christmas the way they want to, and you mad about a fucking award and got M's in your bank account? That's insane to me. Like, make sense to me. And
it makes no sense.
And we can tie that shit into even just that video you sent me of the fucking people that's living in fucking, what was that? I gotta look at, I don't want to say the wrong place, but it was somewhere in like China or some shit.
Yeah, it was in China.
Oh my God, nigga. The way
it was a lot of people. It was a lot of people living there. Like, how you supposed to get up and eat and cook?
Oh my God, that shit. I gotta tell that we gonna come in with that. That was crazy. Like, nigga, that's crazy. Like, the square foot on that shit was like,
it was a closet.
I think they said those shits was like 18 square feet. What the fuck was that, John?